What up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is going to be another upload. I wanted to get the 3 uploads a week out before POG at least, and then kind of see where I'm feeling, where my head's at, how I want to do YouTube in general. With being back, I do like Darkness Ablaze. I do like the set. I'm enjoying myself a little bit. So without further ado, today I wanted to talk about Centiskorch. So, Welder, you guys already know I love it. As of Monday, when I talked about my Charizard deck. I like Welder. I like Welder a lot. But I've been seeing a lot of hype around Centiskorch online, so I kind of decided to take a look into it and see how it fares. And I was actually pleasantly surprised at how uh, unkillable, I guess, the deck is. Because you have the Centiskorch VMAX that says 40 plus a 40 for each fire energy attached to this Pokemon. If it did any damage, you can attach another fire, so you can set up for 2 shots early into 1 shots consistently while using cards like Hyper Potion to keep yourself alive throughout the early game. You can also use cards like Turbo Patch to accelerate your damage. Welder plus Turbo Patch can make your damage really high really quickly. At the moment, I only have 1 copy of Mallow Lana in the deck. I do want more, but I don't know what I would necessarily cut at the time being. I was thinking that 12 energy may be fine, but I decided that probably isn't good. You have a heavy count of Volcanion to early game get that set up, and then you have a Heatran to get the energies off of a damaged Centiskorch and have 1 big GX attack for your game. So I think Heatran's a staple in every fire deck at this point in time, just because you don't really have good GX attacks if you don't use the Heatran, and Hot Burn is just a free one. Off a target that's already pretty much done. Wondrous Labyrinth is a stadium I play in this deck because basically you are going to be accelerating energies constantly to the Centiskorch, so you never need that third energy on Centiskorch is not going to matter. But for your opponents, that third energy on Eternatus or like a Mad Party attacker could actually matter. Um, Also, like Centiskorch V has these attacks, but it doesn't actually matter. I don't think you should ever attack with that until it's a VMAX. But yeah, without further ado, that's the list. I'm not going to go into too much details explaining every single card. That's just how it works, how the Switch is. So without going into more detail, let's get into a game with it. I've been really favoring the Welder style decks in this pre-rotation meta. Um, and I think that's just because for the first time it feels like it feels wrong to go first, if that makes any sense. Um, with Force Switch and a super ideal world, I can go, oh, maybe I can donk. No, I don't think I have anything in the deck that donk. No, Heatran does. Okay, there's no donk possibility anymore. See, this matchup's kind of cute too, because if I get the Wondrous Labyrinth next turn, I can set him into a position that he doesn't want to be in necessarily. That being said, he's just going to Zacian draw this turn. So what I'm going to do is I could go for the knockout with the Duraludon, onto the Duraludon with a Heatran, but I think that's a little bit greedy of a play. So what we're going to do is go ahead and Quick Ball 1, grab a Volcanion. Yeah, we're going to grab the Volk. I see I have 2 Dedenne and the Crobat, so I'm not like super worried about hitting an energy plus switch. And we're going to go 2 to the active. I want to Turbo Patch onto the Volk, potentially. So let's grab a Dedenne. I am getting rid of a Centiskorch, which is a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, nice. And then let's Dedenne. I could hit Switch Energy and knock out the Duraludon. So no Switch, but we can keep digging. So we just need 2 Centiskorch this game. I don't think he's ever going to go for the one-shot. So let's grab the Crobat and go for the Switch. I think Switch is so important that we need it early. Man, unfortunate. So we're just going to go ahead, attach to the active, and we're going to Radiating Heat. No, I don't want to discard an energy. Yeah, so that's super unfortunate we didn't hit one of our 4 switches. If we do, we can set up the Centiskorch to actually get the one-shot onto the ADP the next turn when he comes up for the GX attack. And once the GX attack happens, he would come into us with a Zacian, which we then one-shot. We would set up a Volcanion with 2 energies, and then a Centiskorch with 2 energies potentially. And all we need to do is find one more prize somewhere, and with the Duraludon already on the board, that task seems easier than not. Now this hand is not... Oh, Milotic. Oh, okay. So I've seen a lot of players taking this boy in, because for Aqua Impact, this would one-shot my Centiskorch VMAX, I believe, right? So 10 plus 50, 1, 2, 3, 160 times 2. Yeah, this would one-shot a Centiskorch VMAX. So I've been seeing this card getting teched into decks like ADP, Malamar. I played against, I think, not a Welder deck that had it, but mostly just ADP decks. But this just means that I have to be a little bit more careful about how the situation plays out. All in all, this hand's pretty bad. I can boss up the Melodic. I don't think there's a good play in this hand besides just Dedenne. The question is just, do I want to boss something up first? I think so. I think we're just going to boss up this for the free knockout, and then we're going to Dedenne. So we can have an answer to potentially doing things. If I get hit, I get one shot. So we're going to just go ahead and do this. And attach here to give myself another option for the follow-up turn. Would have been super ideal if I had an energy to attach. But I think getting rid of the Zacian off the board and 2 energies is pretty important. Now the key is, does he play energy switches in his deck? Because if he does, then the game gets a little bit scary, because he could energy switch into me. And then actually cause somewhat of a problem. Turbo Patch. He plays Turbo Patches. That's interesting. I actually have not seen an ADP do that. Because you can... Oh, that's not good for me. That's really bad for me, actually. So all of a sudden we're in trouble. He's going to get the 2 metals. Odds are he plays maybe 2 to 3 water. And if he hits the water, then water plus switch, I'm in trouble. But I don't think he anticipated hitting that, because then he wouldn't have promoted the ADP. I wouldn't have anticipated hitting that either. He's just going to hit me, I think. I think he's just going to hit me. Eldegoss. Was that a boss? I should have paid attention. Yeah, he's just going to boss and go for the boss 2 knockouts game plan, I think. So now I'm looking for a stamp, potentially. Because he's going to put the energies here. Which means I need a boss. But I don't have a boss. So how can I do something here? Labyrinth is good. Labyrinth is a pretty good card, I think, here. So let's Hearth away a fire. Get 2 more. I have 1 quick ball and 1... So the stamp is what I'm more than like anything looking for. So I'm doing 160 as it currently stands. So I do need to put 2 energy onto the active. Go to 240. VMAX the bench. Let's do the coin flip. Attach. Labyrinth. Inferno. So I'm probably checkmated here, all things considered. But we can hope that he doesn't have another energy. E-switch. There it is. Okay, so that's not the end of the world. I'm not super upset about that because he did have a direct tech for the deck. Milotic also deals with Charizard VMAX, but it doesn't beat Salamence VMAX. So if you are playing ADP or a deck that I guess like thrives around that energy acceleration, grass type Pokemon. Do I even have a grass type deck? Lol. Um, yeah, I think that you'd benefit greatly from that. But for the time being, I think like um, Milotic is a really good answer to a lot of these fire decks that are um, undeniably very strong. So we'll give it one more game because I don't like losing. I don't think I necessarily did anything wrong. I had some awkward hands. I get to go second. I get to go second, but with the caveat that this hand is again not the most amazing. Didn't open one of the Volcanions. I opened Senti. So I can't be like hella upset, I guess, because it's not a Dedenne, a lone Dedenne or a Crobat, I guess. Um, but I could have asked for a little bit better of a opening. It's a tag call, maybe another ADP deck, maybe Ultimate Mewtwo. Tag call isn't played too much in decks anymore. Yeah, Ultimate Mewtwo it is. This one should be pretty favorable, but they probably also play Milotic. Yeah, so I don't know why he would opt to go first then, because he can just Soul Burst if he goes second and put me in a tough Spotterino. I think going first, I saw Andrew Mahone's tweet actually about how going first might be bad again for the first time in Pokemon in a very long time, and I think he's right. I think he's super right. Well, we're going to start with the Welder. That's good, and then we're just going to detonate this hand. I'm just going to do that because I want the... Okay, so we got what we needed, we were looking for. I'm just getting rid of the Quick Ball because I think I might need the Stamp next turn. We'll go here, and then bang, 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 bang. I have no threat of a one-shot coming into me. Now I'm doing 200 damage at the very minimum. I need a single Welder to now one-shot a Mewtwo. I'm in a pretty good spot. All things considered, I am down 2 Welders, but that's not the end of the world. He probably grabs a Swell plus something here. So we'll see. Plays a Hoopa, that's cute. Plays the Revenge guy. What did he grab? I didn't pay attention. A Skateboard, Chaotic Swell, and Aurora Energy, indicating he does not play Big Charm. Or if he does, it's priced. Because there's no reason not to. Basic Psychic. Interesting, interesting. A Cherish Ball comes out. Nothing. No Soul Burst. He does not have the resources for that. So I don't want to actually stamp his hand because it's probably actually bad. So we're gonna go ahead and just research. I want to move that. Yeah, I'll do that way. Attach for turn. I could Crobat for 2, but I don't have the knock this turn. So I don't think I want to. So we're just going to High Heat Blast the Jirachi. We're going to take away that little bit of sliver of hope he had of finding anything useful. I'm like pretty close to taking this game, I think, convincingly, because my opponent still has to Soul Burst. He's Cherish Balling for things that aren't Dedenne-GX. Do you play this card, my friend? I don't understand. A Mewtwo deck should be playing tons of Dedenne. We're gonna take a look at this guy's list if he has it. 2 Dedenne. That might be why he was having a little bit of a trouble. 1 Soul Burst. So he's playing like scuffed Mewtwo. Alright. But that's the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. The deck is very strong when it sets up. As you saw that game, I didn't really need to do much. I set up pretty good. The second game and the first game, I set up both games really well, even with really awkward start. Yeah, but thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Anything you want to do helps the algorithm out. Let me know if you want me to keep doing videos. I do have a little bit of passion back in me, so I'm excited to do stuff. Pog is this weekend. I will record my games for Pog, and I will roll them out hopefully as my upload schedule for a little bit until post rotation comes out, and then I'll do post rotation decks. Like I'll do a Pog deck profile of what I end up playing my rounds into post rotation decks for online tournaments, etc. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it a ton. Yeah, keep on keeping on.